And yeah, people aren't happy because Candace Parker is not proclaiming Angel Reese to be the best player in the world. And by the way, Angel Reese was.
Are y'all gonna call Candace Parker racist too? Hey, yo. Oh no. Candace Parker versus Angel Reese is getting spicy out here.
Candace Parker, the three-time WNBA champion and legend of the game, just dropped some truth about Angel Reese. And the Chi-Town Barbie is not handling it well.
Uh-oh, Candace Parker. You've upset the Reese's Pieces and they're not happy about it. They're gonna be coming after you any second. Oh, they're already coming after you. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Candace Parker asked to put certain players in a tier list. You have the S tier, you have the A tier, you have the B tier, and you have the C tier. And where Candace Parker put Angel Reese on this list and her explanation about it, it has upset a large number of the Reese's Pieces delegation.
You see, folks, when someone with Candace Parker's credentials speaks up, a woman who won MVP and Rookie of the Year in the same season, something no one else in WNBA history has done, you pay attention. Plain and simple.
Candace Parker, a lot of y'all say she's the GOAT, right? 3 championships, 2 MVPs, Rookie of the Year MVP in the same year, and now Candace Parker ain't shit. She tap dancing. We see why Gino and her had the problems they had, and she's a coon and selling out. All this because she don't want to force glaze Bricklayer Reese the way that y'all do.
But Angel Reese? She couldn't handle it. She couldn't take the fact that Candace Parker evaluated her based on actual basketball skill, not TikTok followers, not Instagram likes, just performance on the court.
Uncle KC was right. Again? Not only was Uncle KC right, he now has a WNBA legend repeating his brilliant observations of pretend basketball? How many times have I said Angel Reese is not an impact player? I mean, she definitely has an impact on losing, but Angel Reese has absolutely no effect on win.
This is where things really took off, because when Candace Parker appeared on Complex Sports and dropped her tier list, it sent shockwaves. She put Aya Wilson, Brianna Stewart, and Nafisa Collier in the S tier, the cream of the crop. Then came the A tier with Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Plum, and Sabrina Ionescu, all high-impact players making serious contributions, but Angel Reese? She landed in the C tier, and the reaction was immediate. Cue the outrage, the subtweets, the cryptic Instagram captions. The Chi-Town Barbie wasn't having it. But here's the thing, Candace wasn't throwing shade. She was making a judgment based on basketball, not branding.
Where she put Angel Reese in the C tier has caused a riot. It's caused a riot. Angel Reese is not feeling it. She took to Twitter and fired off a sub. She's subbing, y'all.
Let's call it what it is. Angel Reese is reacting the way she is because someone finally said out loud what a lot of people have been thinking. Popularity doesn't equal performance. Yes, she's got the following. Yes, she's built a personal brand. And yes, she's one of the most talked about players in the league. But Candace Parker didn't rank Instagram followers, she ranked basketball players. And when the game tape rolls, when matchups get tight, and when postseason hopes are on the line, clout doesn't box out, clout doesn't hit free throws, and clout doesn't elevate your team. That's the message Parker sent. With zero malice, just straight basketball IQ. Angel Reese didn't get snubbed. She got evaluated.
These people will disrespect and turn their back on their own family if it means bowing down and defending Angel Reese. These people will abandon their children if it means defending Angel Reese. It's hilarious how anybody that does not force glaze this girl and prop her up.
Let's be real. Candace Parker gave Angel Reese more respect than most would in her position. She didn't slam her. She didn't dismiss her future. She simply said, she's not there yet. That's not hate. That's honesty, but instead of taking that as fuel, Reese flipped it into a pity party. And the kicker? She tries to flip the script and call Candace Parker a clout chaser. Candace Parker, one of the most accomplished players in the history of the sport, MVP, champion, broadcaster, Olympic gold medalist, and Angel Reese thinks she's the one chasing clout. That's not just ironic. It's delusional. This wasn't an attack. It was an opportunity. And rather than rise to the challenge, Reese chose the same playbook she always does: vague tweets, fake outrage, and zero accountability. The clout might be loud, but it's not winning games.
Angel Reese, clout is one hell of a drug. Like, it really gets to a point. And by the way, this is because a tiny clip of Candace Parker's podcast is this.
No way, shape, or form am a hater. What player are you taking Angel Reese over of those that I just listed?
Angel Reese's stat line tells a story the hype can't cover up. A 31.1% field goal percentage in her second season. That's not just a slump, that's a serious red flag. Add nearly 4 turnovers a game, including a 9-turnover disaster, and you've got a player going backward, not forward. When your own general manager publicly says, "We need more," that's not a challenge, that's a warning shot. And what's Reese doing in response? Picking fights on social media instead of putting in the work. Even Candace Parker, in the most respectful way possible, summed it up: Reese is a great offensive rebounder. That's her role. She's not a star, she's a role player grabbing second chances, often off her own missed layups. Double-doubles sound nice on paper, but when they're padded by inefficiency and sloppy ball handling, they lose meaning. Talent matters. Growth matters. And right now, Angel Reese is leaning on social media energy to distract from a glaring truth: her game isn't evolving.
Angel Reese, I put her right at that C level. I think in terms of being above, you have to be able to have the ability to carry a team, be a 1 or 2 option. I think Angel Reese is fantastic at her role, which is offensive rebounding. She showed and demonstrated so much growth in that first year. I think that this is my team.
You're absolutely right to be fired up, because the audacity here is staggering. Angel Reese tweeting about clout being one hell of a drug in reference to Candace Parker is laughable at best and delusional at worst. Let's be clear, Candace Parker doesn't need clout, she is clout. She's a 3-time WNBA champion who did it with 3 different franchises, a feat no one else in league history has matched. 2-time MVP, Finals MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, 2 Olympic gold medals. And she's not just dominating on the court, she's crushing it in the media world, anchoring coverage for TNT with more credibility than half the NBA guys sitting next to her. So when Angel Reese, whose basketball resume doesn't even hold up in the same zip code, suggests Parker is chasing clout, it's not just wrong, it's embarrassing. Reese has built a brand on controversy, drama, and social media traction, not on elite-level play. Her podcast barely scrapes together 5,000 views. That's not influence. That's vanity metrics wrapped in a delusion of relevance. Candace Parker doesn't need attention, she commands it. And if Angel Reese spent more time working on her game than tweeting cryptic shade, she might actually start living up to a fraction of the hype. Until then, taking shots at legends like Parker isn't bold, it's just insecure.
What did Angel Reese have to say? She said clout is one hell of a drug, like it really gets to a point. She also retweeted something somebody said, but that was taken down. That was taken down. Look, Angel Reese ain't happy with Candace Parker, y'all. Angel Reese ain't feeling this. You got me in the C tier. But you know what's crazier? Candace Parker ain't backing down. She's standing on business. She's standing on business, bro. We gotta take a look.
Here's what Angel Reese doesn't get, and honestly, it's shocking she still hasn't figured this out: followers don't win championships. A flashy Instagram feed doesn't box out defenders. Viral TikToks don't make you a top-tier player. Candace Parker didn't rank players based on their clout or charisma, she ranked them based on basketball ability, leadership, and whether they can carry a team to wins. That's why Aya Wilson, Breanna Stewart, and Nafisa Collier were in the S tier. These women dominate games, shoulder responsibility, and produce consistently. They win. Players like Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Plum, and Sabrina Ionescu? They've shown they can be a 1A or 1B option on real playoff contending teams. That's A-tier territory, and Angel Reese? She landed in the C-tier because that's where her game is, not her brand, not her followers, not her merch sales, her on-court production. She's not carrying a team, not efficiently scoring, and not leading her squad to victories, when Parker included names like Aya Wilson, Collier, Stewart, Clark, Plum, Ionescu, Eriko Gunbowl, Paige Buchers, and Cameron Brink, and then mentioned Angel Reese. The message couldn't have been clearer: you're in the conversation, sure. But you're not in their class. Not yet.
What player are you taking Angel Reese over of those that I just listed?
Guess we'll wait for their response.
Oh, we're not gonna, okay.
Because,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
But what I'm saying is, in what player, and this is no disrespect, these are the greatest players in the game right now. They asked me to rank the tier right now, and I sit in a studio at Turner with Shaq and Chuck, and some of which I think at times they do individually and personally attack people's character. And I think I pride myself on trying to be an analyst that does not do that. I do not attack character. I literally am just, from my point of view, from my opinion, this was the ranking.
Let's unpack this with some clarity. Yes, Angel Reese is making more money than most WNBA players, but it's not because she's dominating on the court. It's because she's built a massive brand off social media, controversy, and marketability. Her Reebok deal, the upcoming signature shoe in 2026, and various other endorsement contracts are brand-driven, not basketball-driven. That's the truth. So when she complains about WNBA's salaries, it rings hollow, not because players shouldn't be paid more, they should, but because she's not the one suffering financially. She's making more than legends like Sue Bird or Diana Taurasi ever did at their peaks, from non-basketball income. That's important context, and the idea that she's owed more by the league based on a double-double streak that analysts say is inflated by missed putbacks and high usage. That's not exactly a strong argument. Padding stats doesn't equal dominance, especially when your FG% is among the worst for frontcourt players. Now on to the attitude issues: 7 technical fouls in 22 games, that's not passion, that's volatility. One more tech and she's suspended. That's not leadership, that's a liability, and slapping the clipboard out of your coach's hands during a timeout. That's not heat of the moment fire, that's disrespectful. That moment told fans, teammates, and front offices everything they need to know about her maturity level. Contrast that with Candace Parker, a woman who won MVP as a rookie, who led multiple franchises to titles, who was never in the headlines for ego or attitude, and who always put the game first. That's why Parker's criticism hits hard. It's coming from someone who earned her place at the top through performance and professionalism, not controversy and followers. In short, Reese is talented, but her behavior is getting in the way. That she's profitable, but profitability is not equal to greatness, and she's marketable, but until she matches that with mature, consistent play, she won't belong in the same breath as the players she's trying to emulate or challenge.
Angel Reese is demanding more money, and if she doesn't get what she wants, then she's willing to sit out this next season along with a lot of other WNBA players. For most of the life of the WNBA, the NBA has subsidized that league 100%. Now it's 50%, but still they're subsidized by the NBA. The WNBA this last year has finally started generating a little revenue of their own, and that's primarily because of one player, and it's not Angel Reese. That one player is Caitlin Clark, and they did everything they could to demoralize and devalue her, while she was the one almost single-handedly bringing value to their league.
Let's break this down objectively, based on performance, not hype. Field goal percentage, 31.1%. That's shockingly low, especially for a frontcourt player who takes most of her shots near the rim. Centers and power forwards typically shoot 50 to 60% because they operate in the paint. Reese shooting 31.1% is inefficiency at an elite level, and not in a good way. Hashtag turnovers, 3.9 per game. That's a huge number for a player who isn't a primary ball handler. Compare that to elite guards like Caitlin Clark, who handles the ball every possession and still turns it over less frequently. Reese's turnover rate suggests poor decision-making, sloppy handles, and a lack of composure under pressure. #### team performance. The Chicago Sky are 5-11 with Reese in a featured role. If she's the star, it's not translating into wins. Meanwhile, players like Aya Wilson are leading their teams to the top of the standings and doing it efficiently. #### comparisons. Caitlin Clark, 19 ppg 9.3 apg, leads the league, bringing millions of new fans to the league. Shooting from deep, playmaking, changing how teams defend. Game changer. Aya Wilson, the gold standard of consistency, MVP level production every season, leading her team to championships. Efficient, composed, dominant on both ends. #### Reese's double-double streak. On paper, it looks impressive. In reality, many of those rebounds are off her own missed layups, inflating the numbers while exposing her poor finishing. That's not dominance. That stat padding through inefficiency. ###. The chairman of missed layups, a brutal comparison, but not inaccurate. Moses Malone grabbed boards and scored efficiently. Reese grabs boards because she misses so often. If your strength is offensive rebounding off your own bricks, you're not dominating, you're struggling. Bottom line, Candace Parker didn't disrespect Reese. She evaluated her based on production efficiency, impact, and maturity. Based on those metrics, C-tier is generous. Angel Reese has talent. But right now, she's not in the same league as Clark, Wilson, Stewart, or even Plum or Ionescu. Until she improves her efficiency, reduces turnovers, and shows growth in leadership, the hype will remain louder than the game.
Look at all of this. Candace Parker's resume, man. Read it all. All of it. She's jealous of the bricklaying slump because she's breaking records. The bricklayer broke a double-double record that Candace Parker had. And that means she's breaking all of Candace Parker's records. The most pathetic people ever in sports history, bro. And then the bricklaying sloth glazers are posting this too. Check this. This is what the bricklayer sloth glazers are posting to defend Angel Reese over Candace Parker. What the fuck is this?
Candace Parker wasn't hating, she was being honest. She's a 3x champ, 2x MVP, Finals MVP, DPOY, Olympic gold medalist. She's earned the right to rank players. Putting Angel Reese in the C tier wasn't disrespect. It was reality. Reese has potential, but she's not on the level of Aya, Stewie, or Caitlin yet. Parker built her legacy through results, not clout. Reese is chasing headlines instead of consistency. Until she improves her efficiency, leadership, and impact, she'll stay exactly where Parker ranked her, potential, not proven.
Ask me my opinion on player tiers, and my thing is then if you bring something to the argument, bring something else. Can she get to player A or player S or whatever? Yes, she can. Yes. Right now, I don't know if she's alongside those players in B's, and you're measuring her against players that have been in the league for years.
Right.
And so I think that, you know, I've faced it on the men's side when people attack you for what you look like or who you are, that's usually not coming with a solid argument. And so I'm willing to debate. I love it. Tell me I'm wrong, but bring facts to the table.
Ice Cube said it best. Angel Reese didn't get the same $5M Big 3 offer as Caitlin Clark because she doesn't move the needle like Clark. That's not hate, that's business. Clark brings viewers, wins, and buzz. Reese brings drama and inefficient play. Candace Parker wasn't tearing her down, she sees potential. But potential means nothing without growth. If Reese wants to reach the S tier, she needs to take the criticism, stop the distractions, and focus on her game.
Sorry, Angel Reese, the $5 million offer was only for Caitlin Clark. Fuck. It's about to get ugly. With the Big Three's $5 million offer to Caitlin Clark never coming to fruition, could a lucrative Angel Reese proposal be up next for the Hoops League? Tell me you don't know ball. I mean, honestly, don't count on it. TMZ Sports caught up with Ice Cube himself at LAX this week, and the Big Three honcho said that there will be no deal put in front of Angel Reese anytime soon.
Candace Parker earned her status with skill, rings, and professionalism. Angel Reese is chasing fame through social media and controversy. The game knows the difference. Real legends speak truth. Reese can either take the criticism and grow, or keep deflecting and stay mid. Until she puts in the work on the court, she'll keep getting reality checks from people who've actually been there.